welcome back to this last week's layout. I am using the Bo Bunny collection, and the collection name is Garden Party. And lots of fun things happened this week, so let's get started. These are a couple of pull aparts, cut aparts that I used. I used both the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6 paper pads. I just went ahead and cut out a couple of things that were there on the pull aparts and papers and stuff like that. I like using a lot of the scraps, so many of the papers that I do use are scraps other than the cut aparts. This week's layout, I'm using mostly prominent greens, whites, browns, and blacks, just because my daughter went to prom this week, and we'll get into that a little bit, but that was the colors that she used. So let's get into Monday. Monday was typical Monday, running around, doing things, grocery shopping, kids' school, stuff like that. But it started off because my daughter, it's her cheer tryout week. So she had been doing that all week long, and it was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun with this week. But I made salsas at home, so that's kind of what that picture is. It's like tomatoes and chiles and stuff like that. And Tuesday, my best friend and I went out on a friend's date. We went to the farmer's market that just opened up last week. So on a Tuesday, we got some coffee, some local bread and veggies, and very much friend needed date. So that was kind of what we did on Tuesday. On Wednesday, my son, he suffers from seizure spells. That's a little something that I don't talk about very often, and it's a touchy subject with me. So I'm still working through it with my son. We're figuring out what's going on with him and stuff. So as I find out more, I kind of deal with it on my own with my family and stuff. I don't talk about it, but he's doing good. It's not as bad as it sounds, but it's something we are as a family working through that. And then on Thursday, he had a baseball game, so we went to that. And he had a baseball game also on Friday, and the Friday one was the last one of the season, as well as my daughter. That was the official tryout for cheer tryout. So all week long, they kind of go teaching them steps and cheers and chants, and then the official day that they find out if they made it or not was Friday. That is why she has her cheer bag with her, and my son has his baseball uniform. I got a picture of them when she was finishing cheer, and he was starting baseball, and now that's kind of the picture of him finishing baseball and her starting cheer. So my daughter made it onto the varsity team and competition for next year. She'll be cheering for football and basketball seasons. So that's a lot of fun. And I became the cheer mom this year. Yay for me. I get to do all the volunteer work, which it's not a lot because I do it for the varsity team. There's another mom who will do it for the JV team. And then on Saturday was prom. My daughter looked beautiful. Of course, I'm biased on that, but her dress was beautiful. It's a green color, and that is why I decided to do the layout in greens and plants and stuff like that because it showed off her dress. That is her date, but it's her guy best friend, and they went in a group, but they went together. And then her best friend went with another guy in the group, and then they had a couple more people. They just paired up as it went. Sweet kid, that one. They're silly together. And then after that, my husband and I, we decided to have a date, and actually he surprised me. I'm putting that number 9 right there on baseball because that is my son's number for his jersey. So yeah, and then I took a picture of that steak and the drinks that my husband and I were having. It was very nice to have a date ourselves. There will be more dates in the future just because we have plans for the kids to go to grandparents for the summer because it's going to be my daughter's last summer vacation. We don't know what next summer holds that she'll be graduating. Wow, Saying that out loud makes me feel, gets me sentimental. My daughter on her last year. But that is kind of what last week consisted of. Cheer, baseball, salsa, best friends, my son not feeling well, prom, cheerleading, and baseball finishing, and dancing the night away at prom. And of course, date night with my hubby. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's layout, and I can't wait to see what the next weeks bring up. Thanks for stopping by. Bye!